Hey everyone, short video just looking at the top commons for Lord of the Rings. Just a quick refresher for when the set comes back. What we have here is what we thought they would be before the set released, and then we'll look at what they probably were kind of towards the end of the set. A quick note on the thoughts, quick refresher. So we figured cards that give you multiple bodies or give you some type of enter the battlefield effect would generally be useful in many of the colors, like white and black, for example. And then cards that can play at instant speed and help you play just a trickier game where at a high level you can outplay your opponent. Cards like blue and then sometimes red and green. So we hit on more than half of these. Like we'll see these two white cards, two of these blue cards. So really, Lord and Revealed's kind of right at the 4 or 5 spot as well. Two of the black cards, three of the red cards, and then none of the green cards. But green was so bad. We still probably could have done better than that on that though. So that being said, white cards. This is just general. Some cards go up or down in different archetypes, and some colors like black and then red and then blue were probably a little stronger than white. You could have green based multicolor soup plus minus legends. So all that to say, it kind of affects the way that you would view these cards and what the colors are trying to do. But generally speaking, if we're going to start with the strongest color, probably black in most people's estimation. All 4 of these cards will play in any Black X archetype with Urbane and Claim. Generally being at the top of the heap, but Torment and some of the more controlling, like the green, black, and blue, black, and oftentimes play as well as these. And then Shalop's Ambush is just a really nice combat trick when you're having some smaller bodies. Whether it's you've got a ring bearer and you're attacking in and you're kind of eating their creature if they're doing like double, triple blocks, or if you're just using it as a blocker to kill something bigger while you can keep attacking. Really nice. We'll go to red. We had Rally, Smite, and Quarrel's End on the list. We were pretty high on Tempt, but we weren't probably high enough on Tempt at the start, so that's why we didn't have Relentless Rohirrim initially, and maybe should have. But Rally for bodies, Smite for very cost-effective interaction, Quarrel's End to help dig through. Good in any decks. Quarrel's End maybe a little more like blue-red. You'll play Smite and Rally as many as you can get in any red X deck. And Rohirrim, really, you need to have 6+ cards that tempt, or else it's probably not where you want to be. But if you're in the know and you're drafting those tempt cards relatively highly, it kind of does round out the top 4. And then blue, he had Birthday Escape. We knew this was going to be really strong. Like single man draw card, ring tempt. If you're looking at 6+ ring tempts, then this probably reads like draw 1.5 cards, or like draw a card and then loot, which is really good for blue mana. I've heard some people joke, this is Ancestral Recall. I wouldn't go that far, but it is pretty solid. And then the instant speed passage of Glory Scale with Soothing a Smeagol and Deceive is really nice. So we figured Glory Scale would be pretty good, even if there are some cards like Rally and Torment that you leave your mana up and it kind of gets squandered sometimes. But because you can have these other cards like Soothing a Smeagol or Deceive to use that mana, they all played really nicely together. So originally we had Lorien Revealed and Isolation and Orthonc. We thought Isolation would be a little better than Soothing because you could get the Amass tokens, and you could put something on the top of the opponent's deck to not them draw, also kind of card neutral. But the Ring Tempt on something that usually you could get like mid to late pack was just really strong. And then the instant speed, just 2 mana. It's a lot less than 4. And then Deceive really played up. Just a great combat trick. Get another body, blowout, attacks for blocks, spell, all that really good. Leave white for last because it's really just kind of doesn't fit as well in the format once people kind of figured out what they were doing. So green, really this is just about trying to do some multicolor stuff like mini partings on most Pathfinder. Really strong, you get a land in a game piece with many partings, so that can work and fix your mana. And the most Pathfinder just has a big target respect, but if you can get it down on 2 and then play a 4-drop, turn early, 5-drop, turn early, it's more than done its part there. And has a useful late game ability if you do get to 7 mana and there's a board stall. Then you get your Tempt with Hjorn, and you get some interaction with Ents Fury. Ents Fury, not great, but did have its role. And Horn was fine, more so like the black green, and maybe a little red green. But yeah, and then that leaves white. People thought initially the first couple weeks was more of a Mardu format, but that's probably just because we were getting late rallies and made like the red white decks play better than when they don't get rallies. So when that started drying up, it came more to just black white is probably the pair you most want to be in, or you could do like a green white like legendy soup sort of thing. But really black white would be the place you'd want to use white the most. And Aaron Rider's great in that. You get some legends down, just straight up draw a card. But even looting we found is fine. I mean, the ring does that, and it's great. Multiple bodies with protector, block with one, sack one, jump sack, whatever. Tempting with stalwarts, and then farmer, just multiple pieces of cardboard. You can use the food for something later and maybe push some damage. So yeah, that's a quick and dirty on the top commons ones you'd want to try and prioritize, in particular the black, the red, and the blue ones. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. And when Lord of the Rings comes back out, enjoy drafting it. Have a good one.